All praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wa Rakakwadash. Peace, blessings, much respect to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters also. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. I mean, you have to imagine this continent known as America. Then you have what's known as North America, which is speaking of Canada. I'm not referring to that. I'm speaking of what's deemed as the so-called USA, which in the Bible is coded many things. But one of the primary names that it's coded is the daughter of Babylon, because America takes after ancient Babylon and other kingdoms that were exalted and fell as well. Okay, so let's touch on the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, which is speaking of us. We've gotten our butts kicked by the Heavenly Father Yahweh because we angered him. We all went off, every last one of us. When you look at Yahweh Shai in other incarnations, he went off. And if you have understanding, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody went off. There's not one of us who didn't go off. In fact, when Yahweh Shai went to the cross, he first went to the cross for his own sins and then for the rest of Israel. Now that's something that a lot of people do not understand. You know, the Spirit has to work with you for you to understand that. But going back to the point here, we weren't supposed to drink of the cup, but we did because we went off. Ultimately, it was a learning process. The Lord could have been through us the kingdom. You got to think. The Lord could have easily thrown us the kingdom. Why didn't he? He obviously wanted us to go through what we're going through now so that we can learn from it and understand it. Just like if you were surrounded by a whole bunch of whores, then some woman came around who was actually a woman. She was feminine. She was delicate, right? You would understand how important that is. Now, this world does everything in its power to lie to us. And these same lies have caused us to drink of the cup. Okay? For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink it. So, seeing that the Lord's people have surely drunken of the cup, you Edomites don't think you're going to drink of the cup? You don't think what you deem as America is going to drink of the cup? The Lord loves us. Do you see what he did to us? Do you see how the Lord has destroyed us? You got Crips, Bloods, right? You have drug dealing. You got thugs, and the original thugs were the East Indians. The original gangsters were the fake you wish rats. Okay? We have no snitch culture. The original no snitch culture came from them Amalekites. It came from the mafia, which has nothing to do with our customs. Okay? In fact, when you look at a lot of the mafia, when you look at a lot of the Italians or Italians, tomato, they didn't like us. They didn't like niggas. They didn't like Southern Italians or Sicilians, I should say, because they knew that a lot of them went back to Jacob. Well, they didn't know Jacob, but they knew they went back to niggas, so to speak. Okay? But anyway, we drunken of the cup, and we drunken of the cup, man, we had to drink everything. And the Lord loves us. Imagine that. So if the Lord hates you, what the hell is he going to do to you? Well, one of those things is burn you up with thermonuclear missiles. All right, let's go to verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation. And Basra is a code word for America today. And I believe when you go into Basra, matter of fact, I can just get it so I don't butcher it. Hebrews 12 and 24. It says, Basra, a town in Edom. Okay, so it's a town in Edom. So Basra represents Esau, Edom, which today it symbolizes America, because America is Esau's headquarters, especially when you're dealing with one of the high elite families of Edom, being the Rockefellers. Okay? When you go to Europe, you're dealing with one of the top families of Edom, okay, which are the Rothschilds, or the Red Childs, which are also known, or used to be called, the Red Jews, which you can find that information in a book called Who is Esau, Edom? Okay? Verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, that Basra, or a town in Edom, which is symbolizing America, okay, shall become a desolation. How is it going to become a desolation? Through thermonuclear missiles. Simple. The missiles are going to ravish this whore. All right? When a priest had a daughter who played the whore, what would happen? She would have to be burned with fire. Well, guess what? The priest is Esau, Edom. And this time, the priest and his daughter are going to be burned with fire, because they both agree with the whoredoms of this place. Seeing that America is looked at as a woman, okay, although we know kingdoms are ruled by men, America has the spirit of a woman. The Most High says, you know what? I'm going to just burn her off the face of the map. I'm going to just totally get rid of this whore. I'm going to ravish her with 200 million nuclear rods, man. She gonna get the rod, man, because this whole time she's been playing the whore, right? So she gonna get ravished to death through thermonuclear missiles. She's going to be made desolate. A reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof, New York, all the way to California. Okay? Find my place. I kind of lost my place here. A reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. So all of America is just going to be annihilated, devastated. Why? Because of the judgment of the Lord. Now, a lot of you'll try to make up lies and see the Israelites, they're making threats. And no, we're not doing anything. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai set us up to give the message. Okay, if you have a problem with that, oh well. But it's in the scriptures, man, that America is going to be destroyed. And even America's allies eventually are going to turn against her. Okay, there's no way out of this, man. Let's go to Joel 3 and 19 and I'll close it. Real quick lesson. Make this turn. Alright. Joel chapter 3 and verse 19. It says this: Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. Okay, so Egypt is speaking of America, which is another code name, right? Which Egypt also symbolizes bondage. Egypt, the house of bondage, the modern day house of bondage, being America. Okay? Period, point blank. So America is going to be totally destroyed, and those who are over America being Esau, Edom. Like, the Lord has a controversy with this place, man. Period. All right, my bad. I had to, that was a sudden stop. I had to get this parking space. I'm at this job now. So it says, Joel 3:19, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. For the violence against the children of Judah, okay, speaking of the southern kingdom, starting with the Negroes, the so-called African American, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. So seeing that we've been brought here, we've been forced here in slavery, right? Not even speaking of all the so-called Negroes, all the Judites who died just on the boat ride here. We're not even going to go into that. But then all the violence that was shown towards us while we were here on this land, modern day Egypt, okay, modern day Basra, modern day Babylon, and so forth. It's going to be made a desolate wilderness, because the Lord is going to wipe it off the face of the earth. Okay? Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah. So the violence that's been done against the so-called black man was written right here what's going to happen. Everybody wants to, say, well, what's going to happen? Where's justice? How are we going to get justice? Maybe if we got some, some land, we got some money, we can kick back. No, man. We are going to get our revenge when the Lord returns. Okay? This place is going to be destroyed because they have shed innocent blood in their land. So this place is going to be wiped off the face of the map, man. And it's just funny, the Lord has me in the very middle of it. That's beautiful. Which also, makes me reflect on that dream I had of the lake of fire. Imagining the lake of fire in the very middle of this place. The very depths of hell. All right. But I'm going to go on ahead and wrap this up and give all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Warakak Wadash, Shalom.